Hey everyone. Good to have you with us today. We're going to continue to work on our digital piano. Yeah, I love the music. Yeah, I put the link to the music in the video description. But we'll turn it up for today. Okay, so today we're going to... I was just looking at this guy. Here's our digital piano. I really want to remove these headers. This is why when you're doing a project for the first time, it really requires that you fail a couple times. There definitely are things that I would have done better. Like I would have removed these headers the first time, and then that way we'd have this clean flat board. We don't have to worry about these things getting in the way when we need to solder stuff down. Is the music free? The music is just it's just a stream on YouTube that I have in the background going on here. You can check that out. So the first thing we need to do is we need to finish this play button. This was the button that we were going to use to play music. You play the lights that'll teach you to play a song. So we have grounded that button, but we need to connect it to the right header. Which is, let me pull up Arduino here. I can check the code. Oh, I think maybe there was, I think I was going to wondering maybe I was going to swap that for a different button. So I think I've decided that man, I don't know, guys. This is such a mess. Such a mess that I don't know if we can even get all of the... Let's switch over here. Let's switch over. Okay, there we are. Okay, so this is such a mess. That I'm wondering if it would be better to not do the lights. I'm just wondering if I have to get all these lights crammed through all these wires. I wonder if it would just be better to just leave it the way it is and then to design one on a PCB, which would then of course we don't have to worry about the wires, To not do the lights? Yeah, we would do the lights on the final product, but it's just, I don't know if I can get all of them in. And I was even thinking oh, maybe we'll do just one or two lights, but then I'm like, well, what's the point of that, why, that's not going to really, we could just do one light, Some over here over the side or not. So we'll just do as many as we can and we'll just see how it goes. I should have plugged in my my soldering iron earlier. Oh, look at that. I plugged the soldering iron in and my light scheme changed. Is it because it's on it? Yeah, it's on it. Better. Just use the bright light. Okay. Okay, so we got our iron warming up here. Get this stuff out of the way. Okay, there's our thing. Now see these black headers? These guys are used for like these jumper wires. Like these guys, which we used on the proto boards, right? These go like right into the black headers like that. They fit down in there. But there's really no reason for us to have them in there. So it'd be nice to take them off, and then that'd even make it easier to. It would have made it easier to solder instead of like reaching down in there to solder down inside here. We could have just soldered right on top of the board. Yeah, that would have definitely been. It definitely would have been easier. Okay, well, let's start by connecting this play button. And what are we connecting it? Teach Me a Song is A5. See, we have to like... We have to do this thing where we gotta like stick the wire down in through there, and then we have to like bend it around. Okay, so there we go. That's good, except the wire is a little too long, so let's cut it down a little bit here. Like we only need about half of that. Let's see. We can cut not that much off. And then we can strip this. Okay, so we got that wire. And go into this little hole over here. Come on. There we go. You can see how like difficult it is when these wires are not. I mean, like we have to like bend all around the place, you know? Okay. So that's one solder job right there. And then the other solder job is right there. Let's do this one first since it's... Iron should be hot enough now. Get ourselves some solder. Oh, I need my fan. Okay. I'll make sure we don't breathe in any of the fumes from the flux. 6 plus 6 equals 12. Yes. 9 plus 10 does not equal 21. I don't know what you're going on about there, Micah. Okay, one solder. Do the other one here. Okay. And two solder. Okay. So that is our teach us a song button, which is in place now. The wire is kind of a little crookedy and janky there, huh? But that's what we're going to have now. We're going to have these weird wires that are just like arching all the way over. Okay, so no, it's 18. It's a meme. What's a meme? I mean, I know what a meme is, but what is? I don't understand the 9 plus 10 equals 21. I don't get that. Okay, so let's go on. Maybe what we can do is we can... Let's take a look at our chords here. Okay, I'm gonna have to edit the code here just so I can keep track of what's going on. So see here how I have like all of the notes here. I want to make sure that they line up with the lights also. So like the E. Okay, so now we know which lights go to which notes. So 13 is high C. So here is the 13 header. And if we flip it over, we're playing it like this. So this is low C. C, D, E, G. Wait, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So this is the high C right there. Let's get out a light. Okay? And let's just take a look at this light here for a second. This long one is red. And this shorter one this shorter one is red and this long one is the ground. So we don't need these big long, we don't need these green and blues anymore. So let's just cut that away so that they're not in our way when we're trying to solder it to the board. Okay, see, so we cut those legs away. So now they're not in our way. Probably do a better job. Okay. So now the long one is ground. The short one is the one we need to wire. So let's put it. So, okay, so we're going to put the long one on the outside. And the short one, which goes to our header, goes on. Okay, so there we are. That's our light. See these big giant legs? We're going to solder those down into place, and then we'll trim them down. In fact, we could probably trim them down first, but just solder them first. We'll solder them. No, I get that it's a meme. I don't get the joke. Like I get it's like I get it's a joke, but I don't understand why it's a joke. How it's funny. Okay. Okay, so we soldered that light down, see? Place. Now we can cut these big legs off of it. Here we go. Check. Okay. Now we need to connect these guys. So the outside one right there needs to go to ground. Now we got a big ground strip right there, so we can like reach over to that. And then this one has to go to 13, which is way over there. See how madness this is? It would be nice if we could just plug right into that board. But we didn't take these headers off. Wonder if I could just... I think I could just pull them off with pliers. Well, doesn't look like it, guys. I would have had to have done this before we started. Before, you know, right now that's soldered down onto the board is it's like not good, you know. Oh well. So we need to get this guy to ground. So let's get this light to ground. It's funny. So the joke is that the math is wrong. Is that what it is? I'm trying to understand. All right, let's grab a little bit of black wire here. So this right there is going to there. So we don't need a super long. Measure it out here. Yeah, so that should do. This long. Strip the wire. All right. Let's see if it fits. This has to go in there. This. I think it will fit. Got that one in. Now let's smush it down. Lay it flat. Bend it up. Bend it over. Come on. And there we go. Into. Now we can solder that down. Okay. Flip it over. Okay, that's our first solder right there. And then our second solder is right behind the light. Okay, one. Two. All right, so we got those soldered down. Now we got our first light done. So see, here it is. It's the light is right over this button. So if we ever wanted it to tell us to play high C, it should work. Let's give it a try. I got my blue USB connector cable here that goes into the barrel connector. I'm going to unplug my soldering iron. Point the fan at it so it just cools down real quick. Okay. All right, let's try the music. Here we are. Got our piano. Okay, cool. Now let's see if we can get that light. Um, okay, so we want here's if A5 is low, turn the lights. Oh, so here's our button. That didn't work. If digital read A5. So that was our okay. So Okay, so we're going to we need a test to see if this ground is working, because we can't tell right now why it's not working. Let me unplug it. And I'm going to grab my multimeter. This guy tests the connections, okay? So let's go here. I'm just gonna kind of tilt this down. I don't know if you can see here. Scoot this back. Put it over here. There we go. Okay, we're gonna test the connections here. What stream encoder do I use? I just use OBS. All right, we're gonna go to here. Sound on. Let's test our ground first. Okay, so that's good. So now let's test our A5. Okay, so our button is working. That's good. Our button is working. Okay, now let's test our light. Our light. Oh, well, there's the problem. Look at that. In the process of debugging, I can tell what the problem is. That is, we soldered down the we soldered down the we we soldered the lights. Where's the light? There it is. We soldered the light the ground, but we didn't solder it to the Arduino. Failure, guys. Real failure. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, I know. Big oof. You know, it happens though, you know? It happens. And that's why you have a procedure to check, to troubleshoot when things go wrong, you know? People make mistakes. That's it's not bad that you make mistakes. But you have to have some kind of a procedure so that you can catch what the mistakes you're making are. Otherwise, you're just shooting around in the dark, right? Okay, let's see if this camera still works. It does work. Just all right. All right, let's go. We're gonna go over time. This piano project always goes over time. One day, guys, this piano is gonna work, and we're gonna be like, yay! I think next week, if we can get this light to work, I think that next week we're going to just do, we'll design a PCB for it. Because we've been working on this proto board for so long. Time to, like, you know, do something different. You know what would be really fun would be to have a little screen. But I don't know how to, like, get that screen to work on an Arduino Uno. I mean, maybe I do. Maybe I do. I'll look into that, guys. I got these little screens. I got these little 4-pin screens, and there's definitely 4 pins here, especially if I'm not using lights. Although maybe, I'll think about it. I'll see what I can do in terms of getting a little screen to just do like a display that is like, says what note to push, because that would be super cool. And that would be worth testing. Yeah, we'll see if we can't make a little screen. Okay, so let's get a big long wire here. Let's get big long red wire. It has to go from there to 13, so it should be good. I'm gonna make a little screen. You know what's funny is that like I always kind of in some way I always kind of dread these classes where we work on the piano because it's such a big project, you know? And like I always am feeling like, ugh, I'm never gonna finish it. But once I get started on it, I'm like, oh my god, I love working. Funny, it's a little bit like life, you know? Life is like that. You just need to get that momentum. Okay. Got that connected there. You can see that this wire is just too long, but who cares? We're not going to do all the lights. Okay. So let's see. We want to solder that one down, and then, of course, right next to the light. Okay. I plugged my iron back in, so it should be hot already. Get some solder out. Point my fan at the project we're working on. There we go. Got that first solder done. Easy peasy. Now this guy over here, this one's in a little more awkward position. I'm at it from. There we go. Got it down. Okay. Clean that off. Unplug the old soldering iron. Get an OBS. Yeah. It is definitely it takes a lot of time to learn. It definitely takes a lot of time to learn. But it's worth. Okay, here we are. Plug this in. Okay, there we go. We got this going on. And it looks like the light is already on. The light is already on. I don't know why that would be. Let's push the code over. Time. Okay. No uno. Okay, push the code. Okay, the light flickered. Now it's off. That's good. There we go. Now when we press the play me a song button, the light lights up. Isn't that nice? Maybe we're going to want to put a resistor in there so that, look how bright that is, you know? Like maybe we're going to want to put a resistor in there to like dim it a little bit so that we're not like Oh, look how it lights up my whole face. No, we went over today. We always go over. We always go over when we do digital piano. Look how bright that is. It's like I look like Rudolph here. So it might be nice to, when we do this again, to put a resistor on the strip that does all the lights. That way it's not blinding bright. I wonder if we can amount of power going, or if it's on off. So high. I mean, like, can we like that do? Still pretty much. Yeah, it's still the same. Okay. Okay, well, guys, that is at least we got a light on there. We got the play me a song button working. We got all of our notes. Right? We got our notes. So yeah, it's turning out to be a piano. I mean the piano part works. Just want to get the teach me a song part to work. I think next time we do this, we're going to we will do a what do you call it? We'll design a PCB. You'll get to see the program I use to design a PCB. So it'll be good. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I gotta get going for my other class. I'll check you guys later. Bye bye.